Okay, good afternoon. We have some early festivities taking place. Mahe-Ya. Three of you remain in this game. Grace, Ali, Courtney. You've all pretty much has gone as far as you can in this game. Granted, we still have two finalists to crown and a jury to and a question and answer ceremony with the jury to have. But in terms of gameplay and things that you could possibly do to keep yourself safe, your options are all exhausted. We've come as far as we can go. We just partook in our final immunity challenge. It was a series of puzzles, sort of like a legs race. And Grace came out victorious. Grace, how does it feel knowing you're a finalist?
It feels so crazy. It feels so like I literally in my mind, I tried like no, and I won that in my mind. I was screaming so loud. I was like, what the hell? Why? How am I? Why? I was like, I know, I was internally freaking out. I'm like, oh my goodness. A couple nights ago, I was working all day, couldn't even be on my phone. And it was a hard thing to do that, only to come up. Hey, I'm sitting here right now. And the journey that I've had in this game has been so it's been so wild to me, so wild to me. Very wild situation, and I'll say I was the direct cause of that situation, but well, a direct cause. I will say that's not the only thing, but I was. But it's crazy that I am here. I did not think I was going to be here. Like, you can ask me rounds and rounds ago, I was like, I'm leaving. You could ask me a couple of rounds ago, I'm going home. Why? I'm like, why? How? Oh my goodness. It's surreal. It's so crazy though. It's so surreal though.
Now you have one of the most important decisions in the game. You have two fierce competitors. Ali, Courtney, how are you going to make this decision?
Well, it's going to be a hard decision for sure, because I see with both of them, there's pros and cons for both of them. And I wanted to actually take this travel time too, and I was going to talk about it. I want the both of them to tell me why, like, give their pitch to me on that would help me solidify my decision.
Perfect. You took the words right out of my mouth, because that's where we were going next. Do you have a preference on who speaks first?
No. As long as I get to hear both of them and see their lovely faces.
Okay, we will go ladies first. Courtney, Grace wants to know why you should be taken.
Okay. Well, we did talk about this a bit last night when we were vibing. From my perspective, I think that the biggest threat to either of us, which we talked about last night prior to even the challenge, is the fact that Ali has made the two probably biggest moves in the game by being the person who has the most ownership over taking out Oliver and Michael. I think you and I have played very similar games where we've both tried to just not do too much, just hang back. I think that we both have things we can say for ourselves, but I don't think that, like, you will be going up against somebody who played a flashy game, which is very different than yours, not knowing what the jury respects, whether they respect more so your game style or his, while you and I have a very similar game that is different because we never really played in conjunction with each other exactly. So we have our own stories, but they're still, like, not like this, like, look at all he got away with the kind of story like what Ali has. And then, I mean, I think we also talked about just like, I think, like, you know, I talked about last night, like, I have written your name down a couple of times, but I think that you, like, understand, I've kind of explained, like, where I was coming from in those moments and, like, how it goes into, like, how I am as a person or player. And I think that you and I share similar values in that sense as well. So that would be my pitch. I mean, I'm sure there, you know, if you have questions or if Ali says anything where we go back and forth, but that's where I'll stop right now.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Miss Courtney. Ali, the floor is yours. You are muted. You can unmute and let Grace know why you deserve that spot.
Hey Grace, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I've been wanting to play this game for a very long time. I started applying when I was probably 15 years old, and I've been wanting to play this game first off, and I've never, in my org history, I've really never ever making the finals. And I would say that if you would give me a chance, that'll be really great and awesome. Grace, I feel as if though the jury, I don't know how they feel about me personally, because Oliver left and he told me he'll not vote for me, saw me as arrogant, and he's Michael was like there was a person that he wants to see win the game. Courtney is a really good talker. Actually, she has played the game really, really well up until this point, and I feel as if she's a really good she will win this game if she makes it to the end. I believe so. So I was really confrontational sometimes my moves didn't work properly. I didn't think I played the game as well as her, and I think if it's us two at the final, it'll be a lot more either of us can win or you will win because you made the biggest move of the game. So I hope you take that into regard and see how I've been with people. It's not the best. I've been highly confrontational. I've been going off at people. I don't know when to keep my mouth shut, where Courtney has been really, really good socially. But I do respect any decision you do make, but I would really, really like it if you take me to the end. And I want to fight to win this game, which I love so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Grace, do you have any other questions or anything that you need from them to make this decision?
Okay. All right. So I want to ask, I do have another question. So for the both of you, who would you have taken if you were in my immunity spot right now? Who would you have taken?
All right. We'll start this one with Ali.
Me and Courtney have played this game, Grace, since day one. So, and we have a secret duo-ship. So I honestly would have taken her to the end, and we've been told each other that we would do that.
Courtney?
Okay, so I know you respect realness, so I'm not going to look great here, but the truth is that until I talked to you last night, was definitely going to take Ali. But I went to you to try to form a bond with you, hoping that there would be a chance you would want to take me. And through our talks, not only was I trying to show you why it would be good for us to go to the end together, but it also kind of convinced me. Ali might have noticed today, but when we were talking, he was promising he would still take me, and I was trying to kind of avoid saying the same back because I really kind of started to lean toward taking you. And the reason that it's hard for me is because I don't like to betray my person, but my rule in all these games has always been that I will be loyal to a person until they give me a reason. And I never left Ali out of anything, and he did leave me out of the Oliver vote, and that was kind of what I was justifying to myself. I'm totally honest, I wasn't 100%. I hadn't 100% decided between the two of you, but I went from being 100% that I was taking him to really worried about what I was going to do, because I really do think that it would be best for both of us to go to the end together after spending that time talking to you last night. I was trying to convince you, and I kind of convinced myself. So that's my honest answer. I can't 100% say what I was going to do because I was that torn that I didn't have to make that decision. But I was definitely starting to justify to myself that Ali has had his moment, his big moment where he wasn't 100 with me. And I started to think, maybe I don't owe him as much as I was telling myself I did in that regard. And honestly, I really did mean everything I was saying to you last night. I wasn't being insincere. So that's my honest answer, despite how it might make me look.
Thank you, Courtney. Grace, you have one of the biggest decisions of the game right now. It is time to cast your vote. Please make your way to your Discord confessionals and do the deed.
But I was leaning in one direction before this tribal council, basically. And I'm doing it based on what I've seen all season long. And I'm going to do it just based on past things that have happened, especially recently.
I have the vote. Once the vote's read, the decision's final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. You will become the 7th and final member of the jury. The 14th person voted out of iSurv1vor, Seychelles. Ali, unfortunately for you today, this is solar powered, so the light's not on. But unfortunately for you, Ali, the tribe has spoken. Thank you for trying after all these years. I could not be more happy with how this story has shapen up. 7 years in the making, final 3 this close. But you're a legend and a true all-star. Ali, you can say your goodbyes.
I love both of you. Courtney, I'm so happy I met you throughout this game. I hope you do go, and I hope you win. Grace, I love you as well. I understand the move, and I really love and respect both of you guys. I'm just sad because I was making this far and never make it to the finals, but it's okay, and hopefully the jury doesn't bite me up. But good luck, you two. I wish you guys the best of luck. Courtney, I love you so much. Grace, love you as well.
I love you.
Love you, Ali. You are
really
off to the jury. Enjoy your vacation, my friend.
Oh, have fun.
Oh my gosh, are you hosts so happy now? You got what you wanted.
I'm just happy that like iSurv1vor's finally gonna have a female winner. Like after 6, 7, 8 seasons, fucking 6 years. It's been a while since a woman has worn this crown proudly, and I couldn't be more happier that one of you will have that distinction. Both of you deserve it. So whichever way this shakes out, the end of this season is absolutely incredible. You guys have a few days to think about how are you going to sell your case and what you're going to say to these jurors, and prepare for the final tribal council, because this is where everything you worked for really matters, is to express your game to them in a way which they respect. So I wish you both the best of luck. First and second place, guys, you cannot be mad about that. So give yourselves a real big round of applause to viewers who are watching. These ladies really kicked ass. So
Thank you so much, Grace, by the way.
You're welcome. No, we'll talk once the stream goes.
yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Hosts, jury, love you all. The season is coming to a close. Bye.